Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete, give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dreams from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world. Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie,
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Hopton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow professionals, please allow me to introduce myself. I am David.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more, featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Andrea Adams, and I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I have the honor of introducing our first speaker for this morning, none other than the founder of the Black Business Network, Dr. Eric Kelly III. And he's a renowned poet, painter, and master pastelist based in Durham, North Carolina. Born in 1956 in Washington, D.C., he is a leading figure in abstract expressionism, drawing influence from icons like Charles White, Romar Burden, Ernie Barnes, blending both West African and Southern African styles. A graduate of North Carolina Central University, Kelly served as NCCU's art president and is currently collaborating with.
Good morning. Good morning. Hate to cut across you. Evidently, they sent you too much information to talk about. So I wanted to come on in so that we could go ahead and get started. I know 8:22, and you know how I am. I like to be on time. Andre, you did
Yes.
an awesome job. I know that Elizabeth, the luxury lady, is up next. I see her backstage looking just gorgeous this morning. So we're going to get all into this morning. But again, as we continue to say, genius is common.
And I'll see you on the other side.
You know, it's always great when we get an opportunity to talk about the Black Business Network. You know, a few months ago, we made some changes, and now we're making some more changes as we get prepared for this morning. But for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, let's begin by saying hello to you and hope that you're having a powerful day today as you begin your day. I'm Dr. Eric Kelly III, and my mission, first of all, is to give you some insights on the Black Business Network, who we are, what we do, and what our future holds. And so with that being said, I would like to say to you, first of all, thank you for joining us this morning as we continue to build businesses all over the globe. And each one of our speakers that will be coming to you today will be coming to you on themed days. This is a seven-day event. And those 7 days are broken down into 7 different themes: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And each one of these themes are a day that we celebrate different parts of your business plan. The Black Business Expo started in 1990. It started in Durham, North Carolina, at a time when business owners were looking to connect with corporations. It was started by Lovella S. Stansel, my grandmother, who stopped by my office and said she had an idea. And of course, when you're a grandson, when your grandmother has an idea, you pretty much follow her idea. And so what happened was we began the expo at the Omni downtown Durham, which is now the Marriott. We've been there for over 20 years. And the event started out with about 93 business owners with about 2,000 people. And then it amassed to 350 business owners into over 7,000 people. And so when the pandemic hit, we were just like everybody else, looking to figure out what we were going to do with the pandemic hitting and not being able to do a large event like the Black Business Expo. And so what we decided to do was to do a event that was not going to be a weekend event, but a 7-day event that allowed business owners who are thinking about business to look at themselves as entrepreneurs and see how they could interject into their business different areas to help build their business. And so on Monday, which is today, we celebrate inspiration, empowerment, not encouragement, empowerment, and of course, education. And so you'll have business owners from all over the globe coming to talk to you about those 3 topics. And then on tomorrow, we do advertising, public relations, marketing, merchandising, and sales. And tomorrow we have speakers to speak from 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening on those subject matters. Then on Wednesday, what we do on Wednesday, we do 64 ways to do your business on social media. So you get a chance to see people who are going to be talking about social media and how you can build your business. Then on Thursday, we do diversity, equity, and inclusion, and also access to capital. And so you have people coming talking to you about that aspect of your business. Then on Friday, we go to Generation Z versus Generation X. And that's going to be very, very interesting, as we're going to get an opportunity to talk to the young people. Then on Saturday, it's Black business and the culture. And then on Sunday, it's Black business to the future, as we talk about innovation. We talk about the things that are going on, like AI, like cryptocurrency, whatever is going on in the future. We're going to talk about that on Sunday. And so those are the 7 days that we lay out. And what we want you as a viewer to do is to sit back, relax, and listen to the speakers, as these speakers are going to be giving you information about their business, how to do business. And as I say to all of the speakers, please have an ask for the order. I think many times people come on and they don't ask for the order. And so I am going to ask for my order this morning. At the end of the week on Sunday, we're going to be sharing with you an opportunity for you as a business owner to be a part of a mastermind. And not only be a part of a mastermind, be a part of a VIP mastermind, where business owners will get an opportunity to have a one-on-one with some of the business owners who are going to be on stage. And if you look at what we've laid out, these 7 days are just 7 days for you to look at different aspects of your company. But there are also 7 days that we're going to be doing in a conference, and that conference is going to be talking about these 7 days in what we call your operating system. And for those of you who have not dealt with your operating system, that is the conference that we're going to be doing, called your operating system to millions. And so as we get prepared for the state of Black business, which is what I'm going to talk about this morning, we want you to understand that if you want to be a speaker on our network, give us an email at bbxspeakers1@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 919-308-9090. Those are how you can get in contact with us. And as we continue to say, what you're looking for is looking for you. Want to give a shout out to a young man by the name of Mr. George, who runs the Genius is Common movement. And the Genius is Common movement pretty much states that we all are geniuses, and we must use our genius as we move forward. And so you'll see ads for Genius is Common, you'll see ads for some of our speakers, but more importantly, you're going to get information to build your company, to build your life with. And so with that being said, I am going to go into my presentation, and my presentation is the state of Black business. Let's talk a little bit about some of the key facts in the United States. We're going to do a global one later on in the week, but let's talk about the United States. It's estimated that 161,422 Black-owned businesses are in the United States of America. And each one of those businesses have at least one employee. It's estimated there are 37 million Black-owned businesses in the United States. I want you to think about that for a moment. The District of Columbia has the highest percentage of Black-owned businesses, which is about 31%. Florida has, I believe, the largest total number of Black businesses. And then, of course, the number one Black business in America is Worldwide Technologies. And their estimate about 17 billion in annual revenues. Black American women, they estimate about 59,974 businesses, and they employ some 481,000 employees. When you think about the number of Black-owned businesses have increased from 13% increased to 13% since 2020. 47% of Black business owners are denied loans. That's why on Thursday, we'll have that conversation about access to capital. When you're thinking about some of the other firms of Black businesses, you got to look at California, 252,000 businesses, Georgia, 380,000, New York, 238,000, and then, of course, Texas. These are the top states with Black businesses here in the United States of America. And as I said, we will do a global one later on in the week. And as you think, as I talked earlier, you know, I now talked about Worldwide Technologies, some $17 billion in revenue. And of course, they were founded by David L. Stewart. And as you watch the Black Business Olympics, you'll notice that we're on STEM City, and on STEM City is another platform that we're also utilizing. And then Bridgewater Interiors, which is an automobile manufacturing company, and they have some 2,400 people working for them. That is another company, and I want to give you kind of a blueprint of who's doing what in America. Janice Howard, who left North Carolina, and now she's one of the top global businesses in the country. Her company is called Act One Group, some 2.8 billion in annual revenue. You know, Act One Group is a global consulting and staffing firm that provides professional service in the fields of technology, government, and entertainment. Think about that for a minute. Founded in 1998 by Janice Bryant. You got to think about, what is your business doing? I talked a little bit earlier about Bridgewater Interiors, and Bridgewater Interiors is a company that is an automobile supplier. And they're founded by Ron House Sr. And they provide components for major car manufacturers. You know, then there's, of course, Black-owned businesses, Black-owned Coca-Cola bottling companies. Troy Taylor, he produces and distributes and markets Coca-Cola products in Central Florida. Modular Assembly. And the reason that I'm pointing out all of these companies is that you have to begin to think about what you're doing in business, how you're doing business, what are you doing with business. You know, Thompson Hospitalities, 800 million in revenues. Then, of course, the Anderson and DeBose company. And I wanted to point out some of these companies because you, as a company, we want to talk about inspiring you to be a better company, inspiring you to do better, inspiring you to do more with what you do in business. And of course, a $484 million company, Urban One, Kathy Hughes, who started her company in 1980. I hope you're seeing and feeling the inspiration of looking at Black businesses a lot different. And then Hightower Petroleum Company, 450 million in annual revenues. You know, when you look at Black businesses, you got to look at the kinds of businesses that are out there so that you can begin to look at your business and do more business. Of course, when we begin to talk about some of the areas of Black business, healthcare is another area that Black businesses are in. New Mexico has the highest percentage of new Black-owned business startups. I want you to hear that, New Mexico. And we have a speaker from New Mexico that's going to be speaking this week. As we look at the type of data that I've talked about, I want you to think about, what are you going to do with your business? How are you going to run your business? What is your operating system? And when I talk about operating system, I want you to think about it like your telephone. The number one mechanism that we can use today, which is your telephone. Your telephone has apps on it. Your telephone has an operating system. And those apps are on that operating system to provide a service to you, the consumer. When you look at your business, I want you to look at your business and say, what is the operating system? The operating system is you. The apps on your operating system are people like your lawyer, people like your accountant, people like your assistants, people who operate your business. I want you to think about that for a moment as you think about your business. These operating systems that we have, which are ourselves, sometimes are flawed. We sometimes don't have a financial person on our operating system. We sometimes don't have a lawyer on our operating system. So we have to begin to look at, what is our operating system? When you look at your operating system, you have to begin to think about, what is your mindset? And your mindset is, how do you think? How is your mindset of what is the environment that's around you that's created how you speak and how you learn and what you do? Your mind print is very, very interesting as we talk about this whole entire week. Your mind print is broken down into what I call different colors. What is your emotional mind print? How do you think about your business? When you talk about your mind print, you have to look at, what is your green print? How do you earn money? And many times I say to people, when you open a business, have you done the research? My great-grandfather used to say that there are 5 levels that you need to look at. He said, number one thing in business or in life is to think. He said, number 2 is research. Number 3 is sales. Number 4 is energy. And so you have to look at these things. And number 5, which I think is more important than energy, is attitude. So I want you to think about what type of business that you have. And I want you to think about, what is your green print? And your green print is how you earn money. But before you can get to your green print of earning money, what is your blueprint? If you're running a company and you're saying that you want to be a global company, what 3 global companies can you compare your company to as you look at your business? That blueprint has already been laid out for you as a business owner. Many times we want to reinvent the wheel. We want to start over. We want to do this and we want to do that. And we don't look at, what is the industry standard for what we do? And that industry standard is the blueprint of the marketplace that you're in. Have you looked at the blueprint of the marketplace that you're in? If you look at that blueprint, and let's give an example. Let's say that you're running an advertising agency, a marketing agency, and you want to be a global marketing agency. Who is a global marketing agency? BBDO is one of the top marketing agencies in the world. So what you have to do is study them to see the blueprint of how to be successful, because these guys are ultra successful. And so that blueprint that you get from them will give you an idea of all the mistakes that you should not make as a new business. They say that businesses go out of business well within 5 years. And one of the reasons that businesses go out of businesses is because many times we in business don't take the time out to look at what the blueprint is. If you have a great blueprint, which is your business plan, then you can see how to earn money from it. Now, I talk about the red print all the time, and the red print is how you show up. It is the blood that courses through your business. How do you show up? Now, are you a solopreneur, hustlepreneur, or entrepreneur? I want you to think about that for a moment. If you're a hustlepreneur, you're doing it here and there, doing it here and there. You're hustling. There is no business plan. There's no green print. There's no blueprint. You're just earning as you go. If you're an entrepreneur, that means you've taken the time to look at your business and create a business that's going to be profitable. If you're a solopreneur, that means you're an army of one, which means that you have not built a team, which means that if you don't have a team, how can you do business? And I think many times what happens when the reason that we don't build teams is because of trusting people. We have a fear of somebody coming in and running our business. We have a fear of somebody coming in and taking our business. But I want to tell you today that nobody can take your dream. Nobody can take your idea. Nobody can take what you are meant to do. Now, they can do something similar, but they can't do what you do. So I want today, as we get prepared for this whole entire week, I want you to think about, are you a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or a hustlepreneur? Or are you, as some people call, a sidepreneur, which means you're just doing your work on the side? My great-grandfather used to say it takes the same amount of time to do something large as it does to do something big. So research the industry that you're in. Prepare yourself for the journey that you say you want to be a part of. Remember, everybody was nobody until they were somebody. I'm going to say that again. Everybody was nobody until they were somebody. So think about what you're doing in business as you listen to all of these great business owners all week long, as we get prepared for what I call a great event that's going to be an event that you're going to get more than enough of information out of. And as I conclude, I want you to think about, again, what is your mindset? How did you think that you got to the idea you want to be an entrepreneur? And if you are an entrepreneur, what is your mindset with being an entrepreneur? What is your mind state? Your mindset and mind state are different. Your mind print is different from your mind state and your mindset. So today I want you to think about what you do with your time. We give time to the things that we want to give time to because they are the things that brings us value. What is your value to the marketplace? What is your time value to yourself? As we look at this week and see so many great speakers speak, I want you to understand the reason that we do this is to raise scholarships for kids. You can go to our website and you can sign up to give our kids an opportunity to change. When you're in business, I want you to think about what is the average age of business or the average age of your customer. In thinking about that, do you know the average age on the planet? Why is it important for you to know the average age on the planet? It's important so that you as a business owner can put yourself in front of your clients and customers. The average age on the planet is 27. So if your clients are 40 and 50-year-olds, in 10 years, you will be out of business. So you have to begin to look at how do you pivot toward your customer base. Now, the average age in Europe is 28. The average age in Australia is 27. The average age in Africa is 14. Think about that for a moment. If the average age in Africa is 14, and they're going on this whole move with the telephone, which is not like the television, you have to begin to think about how do you get yourself in front of people. I know many times people talk to me and they ask that question, how do I find my clients? How do I find my niche? How do I find the people to do business with? And many times I tell them, you have to put your business in front of your clients. But before you can put your business in front of your clients, you have to discover who are your clients. If you're running a business and your clients are people who are buying cars, then you have to put your message in front of people who want to buy cars. Ask yourself that question today as we go on this week journey. Who is your customer? Where is your customer? And are you in front of your customer? If you can't answer those questions, then you have to begin to look at how you're going to do more business. Most of the success that happens in business is because people do their research. Most of the business that's being done today is because people understand how to sell to their client or customer. Now let's talk about that sales for a moment. And many times you hear people say they don't like sales. Well, it's not that they don't like sales. They don't like to be convinced to buy something. Now, the difference between influence and convincing is the difference between winning and losing in sales. Many people would say, what is the difference between influencing somebody and convincing someone? Well, when you are influencing somebody to buy your product or service, you're actually influencing them to buy something that they want to buy. When you're convincing somebody, then you are utilizing deceptive tactics to get them to buy something because you want them to buy it, not because they want to buy it. My quote is, what you're looking for is looking for you. And what that means is, when you are a customer, you are looking for products and services. When you put those right products and services in front of your customers, then your customers will buy. When you put the wrong products and services in front of your customers, then you have to convince them to buy. And that's the difference in sales. And I say to people many times, we are selling people who we are each and every day. So the sales solution or the sales motion that we utilize is truly something that we do each and every day. And with that being said, I'm going to bring our moderator back up as we get prepared for our next speaker. Andrea Adams has been doing a great job, and we're going to bring her back as we continue to do what we do. Andrea, as we add you to the stage, hopefully you got something out of this morning.
I definitely did. Thank you so much, Dr. Kelly, for all of that information. What stood out to me the most is just looking at the median age. I've never thought about that before. So I'm here. I was actually doing some research while you were speaking. I'm sure the listeners got a lot of other information out of it.
Well, the average age, is very, very important. And the reason that the average age is very important is because it allows you to know where the future is. On Sunday, we'll talk about AI. And many people don't understand that AI has been going on for over a decade. And now in 2020, and I'm saying 2020, that's when they really started back dealing with AI. And now 2024, you can virtually start your business with AI and have AI to do your marketing, your sales, your research. Think about what I'm saying. Your merchandising, your PR. AI is a area that we must begin to look at, because right now the 25 to 26 to 27-year-olds, that's what they're doing. When you look at cryptocurrency that burst on the scene, it was happening 10 years ago. So as we look at business, we must begin to understand that the global phenomenon of business is understanding that there's information out here that we need to research, not only about business, but about our companies that we're running. Because what happens is, if we don't put the energy in and we don't have the right attitude, as my great grandfather used to say, we're not going to get anything done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kelly. I absolutely agree with that. And thank you for all that wonderful information.
And again, thank you so very much. And as we say, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Yes, so just let's take a moment to thank our sponsors. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may visit blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can simply cash app us at BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can also register online right at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Remember, every dollar counts, so please do donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our sponsors for this month's Black Business Expo. We would love to thank NC100, Suede Soul, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Our TV, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Black Business Olympics, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Remember, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. I am Andrea Adams, and I'm your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I will be introducing to you none other than Elizabeth Solaru, which she started her first multi-award business with just a second-hand mixer and 40 pounds to her name. Through creativity and relentless hard work, she transformed it into the globally recognized brand, Elizabeth's Cake Euphorium. Today, she serves with ultra-high net worth individuals and royal families, navigating a world of discretion, confidentiality, and NDAs. Her collaboration with prestigious brands like Harrods, Oscar de la Renta, and Fendi has led her work being featured in Vogue, Tatler, Hello, and The Telegraph. I'm so honored to present to you Elizabeth Solaru.
Thank you so much, Andrea. I am so happy to be here. And I am also very grateful to Dr. Kelly for inviting me to be on this very, very prestigious show. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Solaru, and I'm the founder of a number of businesses. The first one is Elizabeth's Cake Emporium, which is where many people know me from. The second one is Diversity in Luxury Awards. And the third one is the Luxury Business Emporium. So how does everything fit together? A little bit of background about myself. I started my career, my professional life as a scientist. I was a microbiologist. And then I worked for, in the UK, we have something called the National Health Service. So I worked for the National Health Service here in London, in the UK for several years. And then I remember thinking there's got to be more to life than this. So I left and I did an MBA. And in the course of doing an MBA, I graduated and I got a job as a headhunter. And I started recruiting chief executives, C-suite executives, chairmen of FTSE 200 companies, etc. So I did that for several years. And then 2008, the market tanked. We were all let go. And that's when I started Elizabeth's Cake Emporium. And in the course of starting Elizabeth's Cake Emporium, I was very fortunate to work with a number of really high, ultra high net worth individuals. I worked with royal families in Europe, in the UK, all over the world. My cakes were flown out all over the world. And I kept thinking to myself, there's got to be a reason why people say, you know, my cakes taste as delicious as they look. But I think my very first encounter with a luxury client, which is what I'm going to be talking to you about later on today. My very first encounter with a luxury client was when I picked up the Yellow Pages. In those days, we didn't have Google listings or anything like that. So I picked up the Yellow Pages. I kept calling. I think I made about 100 calls, because in my previous job as a headhunter, we were trained to make 100 cold calls every week without fail to try and get into the diaries of chief executives. So I did the same thing. I remember this particular day, at the other end of the phone was a very young girl, and she said, "Do you make cupcakes?" I said, "Of course we make cupcakes. I can bring some samples to your offices in the next 3 days." 3 days later, I drop the samples, I get out of there, because one of the reasons I didn't want to stay around and speak was I felt, well, if they knew my business was a Black business, I don't know how they would feel about it. So I pretended to be the delivery person. Anyway, I delivered the cakes, and before I got home, I got a phone call saying, "Lady Elizabeth would like to see you." And I'm like, "Who's Lady Elizabeth?" But anyway, I went back, and lo and behold, I met with Lady Elizabeth, who happened to be the first cousin to the late Queen Elizabeth, our Queen. And I thought, oh my God, this is such a big deal. So I went back, I had a chat with her. She placed an order on the spot for 250 cupcakes, and she wrote me. And the very first time in my life, I saw a check from a private bank. In the UK, we have private banks, and the most famous one is called Coutts. And this check was from Coutts. And I was like, oh my God. So she then opened the door for me into the luxury arena. Now, if she just placed her order, I delivered the order, that was fine. But she did something else. After the order, after the party, she then wrote me an amazing letter saying, "Your cakes were the best tasting of the night. My client absolutely loved them." And she said to me, "Elizabeth, you can use this note, you can use this testimonial on all your marketing materials." And I felt, wow, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So her endorsement opened up another world. And over the years, I've had people come to me, and I've also made the effort to go and find people. Dr. Kelly mentioned something earlier on. He said, you need to place your goods in front of people. Now, remember, this was days before social media was what it was. So you physically had to knock on doors and place your goods in front of people. And seeing as I didn't have much money, I had to come up with creative ways, very creative and very ingenious ways of placing my things in front of people. So to give an example, one thing I did do was in the UK, we have cab office. So we have offices where you can call and you can order a cab, you order a taxi. And this particular taxi firm that I used, one of the drivers was talking about leafleting or carding. And I said to him, do you card really, really nice areas, really posh, really rich areas? He said, yes. I said, So I created these leaflets, really lovely looking leaflets. And I went with him to his office, and I told the controller at the office, and I said, what days do you leaflet these postcodes? He told me, and I said, how much would you charge me? And he charged me something really ridiculous, maybe 10 or 20 pounds. So I paid my 10 or 20 pounds, and they would, on the days they would leaflet for me. I also tried putting my leaflets in certain newspapers, going to certain areas. So I would go to the local post office and talk to them, and they'll say, yeah, we've got certain deliveries. So I tried all sorts of things, and I got to test what was working, because on the day or a couple of days after a particular area is leafleted, I will definitely get 2 or 3 phone calls from prospective clients. So I did that for a while, then social media took off, and then I started adopting other methodologies. Now, the reason I'm sharing these early stories is because my journey into luxury was not straightforward. It wasn't as if somebody gave me oodles of money or said, these are all the clients. I had to seek them out, from calling over 100 people from the phone book to leafleting to carding. Now, after I'd been doing my cakes for a long time, a lot of people kept asking me to speak on stages, and I was speaking naturally about a subject that I knew, which was luxury clients. And I didn't realize how rare it was for me as a Black woman to be on stages like that, talking about luxury clients, because I assumed that everybody knew what I knew. So when the pandemic hit in 2020 and we were all at home, I remember signing up to Clubhouse. I signed on the app. And then I was looking for rooms. I was looking for rooms where I felt at home. And then I remember thinking, oh, there should be rooms on luxury businesses. And there weren't that many, or I couldn't even find any. So I created my first luxury room. And I'll get all my friends in, people who did luxury businesses. I'd get them in, I'll interview them, speak to them. And then I got joined by a young guy. He was at university at the time. So he joined and we ran these luxury rooms. We also created a podcast called Luxury News Weekly, where we will round up all the luxury news and talk about how companies are doing, who was appointed, who was being sued, etc. So we did that for a while. And that was when I realized that there was actually a gap in the market for practical knowledge about luxury businesses. So I did what I'm naturally inclined to do. I went out and I bought a shed load of books on luxury, read them, and then I realized that the vast majority of these books were written by academics and professors of luxury who are experts and who do amazing writings in terms of the books. But unfortunately, a lot of them were not practical. Because yes, you could have a beautifully referenced article, or you can use examples of the really big branded, globally recognized luxury companies. But how does that affect me? If I wanted to start a luxury business, there was nothing there that I could use in my business right now. So that got me thinking, okay, so why don't I research if there are any books out there that have been written from an entrepreneurial founder perspective? So I did my research. I couldn't really find any. And something said to me, why don't you write the book that you wish you had read or you had 20 years ago when you started your cake business? So that's what I set out to do. And that's why I wrote my book, The Luxpreneur. In addition to writing my book, The Luxpreneur, I was also thinking about the fact that there wasn't much diversity in the luxury sector. So again, did my research and I found a professor, I believe she's probably at Wharton or Pennsylvania, or I can't remember, or Columbia, I can't remember exactly where, but she wrote about the lack of diversity in the luxury sector. And then I thought what I was going to do was create diversity in luxury as a business, and then create the Diversity in Luxury Awards to reward small businesses as well as big brands who are doing everything they can to promote diversity in the luxury sector. And I created that. And this year in January was our first awards. And some of the winners were the CEO of Chanel, for example, who's a woman of color. But she didn't win because she was a woman of color. She won because Chanel have a fund that many people don't even know about. They created this fund for the education of girls around the world. And it's called Fondation Chanel. And the fund is actually 20 million euros. But when she came in as CEO, one of the first things she did was increase the fund from 20 million to 100 million euros. And that, to me, as a former headhunter, it spoke volumes, because she was putting her money where her mouth is. And not many brands or not many people actually would do something like that. We found examples from around the world. For example, a needlecraft school in India that does all the embroidery for Hermes and Dior. We found a Chinese guy who does large-scale sculptures, the very first person to do so in the world in titanium. We found very great examples of diversity in action in America, where you had a lady who made it a mission to say to brands, 15% of your shelves must be stocked by products from people of color, from Black people. Those people who are doing amazing things in the space of luxury, incredible. So that was the raison d'etre of creating those awards. I continued writing my book, which was released literally last week. By sheer coincidence, it was released last week. And my book, The Luxpreneur, has been called the blueprint for anyone who wants to start a luxury business, or a must read for anyone who wants to level up their business. I say this a lot. The luxury sector is not as frightening or as intimidating as people would have you believe. Now, considering that Black people spend 30% more on luxury goods than non-Black people, we spend more on luxury. Therefore, we should have a stake in luxury. I would say to people, you save up to buy a Birkin bag. Why don't you save up to buy shares in Hermes? That's the kind of empowerment that I want to lead and I want to drive. So when I wrote The Luxpreneur, I wrote it from the perspective of anyone who wants to start a business in the luxury sector. So let me break down the book for you. What's in The Luxpreneur? The book is in 3 parts in my mind. The first part starts with you as a prospective entrepreneur. So you want to start a business, or you have a business and you want to make sure you sell into the luxury market. It starts with you, because all the big brands that you name. So for example, when I talk about Chanel, we are reminded of Coco Chanel, who founded the business. She was an orphan. She lived in an orphanage. She was taught how to sew by nuns, but by sheer hard work, surrounding herself with the right people, she was able to create the kind of brand that she wanted. She didn't want to wear frou-frou dresses, so she created jackets like this, like what I'm wearing right now. She created this jacket. She was known for that, but she didn't have a luxury background. When I then think about Louis Vuitton, everyone talks about Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton was a penniless 16-year-old that walked barefoot to Paris. And he noticed that all the trunks at the time, they couldn't stack on top of each other. So he thought, oh, I'm going to create some trunks that are stackable. So he created the very iconic Louis Vuitton trunks. And his son, I believe, went on to create the iconic Louis Vuitton print. Then we move on to Gucci. Gucci was a porter at the Savoy in London. So all he did all day was fetching and carrying. But from there, he noticed leather goods of particular travelers. So my point is, anyone can start a luxury brand. But you might think, oh my God, Elizabeth, what if I don't have the money and I don't have this and I don't have that? There is something called OPM, other people's money. There are people who will fund you. Yes, Black people, we do not, and this is a universal truth, only 0.3% of us will ever get funding. But guess what? There is nothing to say that you will not be one of the 0.3% of Black people that get funded. So there are businesses out there that are ready to fund you if money is the issue. Your idea just needs to be solid enough. So part 1, I talk about you as the entrepreneur. I talk about the different archetypes of luxury entrepreneur. For example, my archetype, I'm an artist. So because I'm an artist, all I want to do is create cakes, beautiful cakes all day. I don't pay attention to the money. I don't pay attention to the selling. Therefore, I need people around me that will do the selling and rein me in and say, Elizabeth, you've spent too much money on that and too much money on that. So that's what I need. Again, when you go through the book, you will see where you fall in terms of your archetype. Then I move on to the different types of luxury brands, because not all luxury brands are equal. And many books don't tell you what the different types are. So they range from masstige, which is mass market with a little bit of prestige, to ultra, ultra high prestige. I talk about that in the book, and I talk about where you see yourself. Do you want to sell 1,000 units a year, or do you want to sell to one unit a year to one person? I talk about that. And I also talk a little bit about how luxury brands, how they structure themselves in terms of pricing, for example. Many luxury brands, roughly on 3 levels. Bottom level, you've got your lipsticks, your perfumes, your small accessories, beauty, makeup, etc. For that, I might need to save for, let's say, a week or a month to be able to afford a lovely perfume or a nice set of makeup. Level 2, this is where you have the clothes, the handbags, the shoes, the leather goods, 1 or 2 watches, maybe 1 or 2 jewelry on the lower end. For that, I may need to save up for a year to be able to afford something like that. Then you move up to the next level, which is your couture. For the couture, I might need to sell a kidney or something. However, the point is, even luxury houses have structured their pricing in such a way that the very prices at the bottom, which is your lipsticks, your perfumes, they actually pay for the couture. But what then happens is that they then use the couture shows. Right now, we're in the middle of Fashion Week. I believe it's Milan Fashion Week. I know London Fashion Week was last week. Right now, we're in the middle of Milan Fashion Week. What happens? They create a show. They create a circus. They create fanfare. They use celebrities. They invite celebrities, influencers to the show to generate a lot of buzz so that we can rush out. We at the lower end can rush out and buy the lipsticks, the perfumes, etc. And then we can save up to get the goods. So I talk about the model. I talk about the 5 pillars of building your luxury brand, from storytelling to perception to your business model to your pricing. I lay everything bare. Then the final part of my book, which I absolutely love, is, and I believe this is where the money resides, as they say, is about luxury clients. For many, many years, it's always been old money, new money. It's always been about old money do this and new money do that. I say it's time to put those tropes to bed, because the luxury client is a lot more complex and a lot more nuanced than just old money, new money. I've identified about 8 different archetypes of luxury clients, and I've included the Gen Zs and I've included millennials as well, as Dr. Kelly referenced earlier. And that's important, because if we are meant to sell to if we're meant to sell to Gen Zs and millennials, and I believe my next book, I'm going to be talking about alphas, we need to understand them. We need to know where they're coming from. We need to see the world as they see the world. So I've explained everything in my book, The Luxpreneur. I've broken it down. And the one thing I love about this book is that I only literally launched last week, and already I've been invited by 4 different business schools to talk to their students. And this is the reason why there's been a shift. There's been a massive, massive, massive shift in terms of when I did my MBA, for example, about 20 years ago, when I did my MBA, my aim was to work in a big corporate. I wanted to work in a big corporate. I wanted to leverage the MBA to get me into a blue chip. Nowadays, a lot of people doing MBAs or doing masters in luxury management, they want to use their degrees to set up their own businesses. They're now, because their generation are a lot more entrepreneurial, and they've been exposed to luxury a lot longer. For as long as there's been social media, they've been exposed to luxury. So to them, a luxury is not a nice to have, it's a must have. And they're now thinking, actually, if I'm buying a Birkin, or if I'm aiming to buy a Kelly or a Rolex, why don't I set up a business that can generate those funds for me? So if people are looking to set up their business, especially the Gen Zs, I feel this is where we need to be. So that's why I've included them in my 8 different archetypes in my book, The Luxpreneur. So I will urge you today, my call to action is, if you are serious about your business, if you really want to make a difference in your business, buy my book, The Luxpreneur. Yes, it's about luxury business. However, if you are thinking of, okay, I want to understand my clients a bit more, I want to understand the different types of clients that buy from me, again, The Luxpreneur is incredible, because I break it down. I give you information, like somebody put it, I give you information that you can't find on Google. And this is information that even AI can't give you, because whatever AI gives you has to be fed. The data sets have to be fed into AI for AI to generate it out for you. So this book, I am honestly so proud that I have written it, and I'm so proud that I am one of 17% of women who actually write a business book. Not just that. Now, if I'm 17% of women, Black women or even Black people writing business books is still a bit of a rarity. And I believe very, very strongly in building a knowledge bank. For me, right now, one of the best things we can do as a community, as a Black community, and I don't care where you are, whether America, Africa, UK, Brazil, wherever you are, one of the things we can do as Black community is build our own knowledge bank, because if we do not write our own history, it will be written for us. So right now, there's a massive, massive opportunity to set up business in the luxury space. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to take time? Absolutely. But the rewards are definitely worth it, because if we are spending more on luxury goods than any other group in the world, we certainly deserve a bigger piece of the pie than what we are getting right now. So at this point, I know that I was told that there'll be a bit of a fireside Q&A session following my presentation. So I'm wrapping up now with my presentation. My call to action for today is for you to go out there and buy The Luxpreneur and tell me what you think. And if you enjoy it, write me an amazing review on Amazon. And the reason that's important is the more reviews, the more positive reviews I get, the more the book is shown. And that means we are truly supporting a Black business. Okay, so I'm going to carry on since I'm waiting for Andrea to come in, and I know she'll be coming in soon. But if you also have any questions about the luxury sector, please find me, let me know. I'm on LinkedIn as Elizabeth Solaru, or if you just check the hashtag The Luxpreneur, my name comes up. I have been talking about the luxury sector for quite a number of years. I break down so many important bits of information. I bring you the latest news. Another thing I also do is I look at some Black icons. So for example, I looked at Snoop Dogg, I looked at Jay-Z, I looked at Beyonce, and I look at them as luxury brands. So if they were a luxury brand, this is what they will do, this is who they are, this is what they're at, etc., etc. So I do things like that as well. And that's because I believe that luxury has to be relatable. Luxury has to be approachable. Yes, we talk about exclusivity, we talk about craftsmanship, we talk about rarity a lot. These are words that are the buzzwords of luxury. However, I believe that the vision of luxury can be inclusive, but the execution can be exclusive. And right now, when you look at the way the luxury world or the luxury market is going, the growth in the luxury market is actually going to come from places like India and Africa. China, for example, is a country, is a country continent where, because there was a less spending from China in the past year, a lot of luxury brands really felt the pinch. So again, it just goes to show that people of color not spending very much in the luxury sector really has a knock-on effect. So I will say again and again and again that the best thing we can do as people of color, as Black people, is to try and see how we can navigate the luxury sector, set up our businesses, create these incredible brands, and buy from each other. In the UK, over the last few years, we've been talking about the Black Pound. Obviously, we are slightly behind you guys in America in talking about this, but we're talking about the Black Pound effect, the Black economy. We've been talking about that now. And I think for us, the last bastion is the luxury sector, because with the luxury sector, the rewards are very high. The rewards are extremely high. I know that sometimes we have a preference for branded luxury goods. So we do love, I know some people are like, oh, I'm a Chanel girly, or I'm an Hermes girly, or yes. But we can also, these are brands that were built over time, and we can literally do the same. And I broke down how these brands, how they built their brand, how they created the perception, how they created the longing, the emotional resonance, because luxury is not just about the high price. It's not just about, oh, it costs X, therefore it must be luxury. It's about the emotional resonance. It's about what it means to people when they wear a certain label or when they carry a certain label. It's like being part of a club, and it's, in some ways, it's a massive signifier, because you want to let people know about your status. You want to let people know about your standing in society. Look at me, I've made it. This is what it means. So that is why certain brands will deliberately sell to us as Black people, and yet we are not on the boards. They might maybe once in a while put some Black models on the catwalk, but so what? It's still part of selling to us. What we want to see is real change. What we want to see is real power. And you can have that real power by creating your own business, creating your own luxury brand, because that market is projected to keep growing and growing and growing, despite some parts of the world experiencing recession, despite some parts of the world having a lot of insecurity in terms of food, in terms of their economy. The luxury sector has been projected to grow and grow and grow. Some of the growth has slowed down for some brands, but some of the brands, the growth is just escalating. So I will strongly urge you to buy the book, The Luxpreneur, to read all the important elements, to see what resonates with you, and find me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn, and do let me know what you think. I think I have come to the end of my presentation. And I would like Andrea to jump in now.
Hi, Elizabeth. Oh my goodness. I am just so excited to just have the opportunity to just ask you some questions because as a young business owner, not young in age, but young in terms of my business age, I have so many questions to shoot to you. Now, you said 40 pounds and a mixer.
Yeah.
Wow. That's tremendous because many people have like really great ideas, but sometimes they're hesitant to go out there because of lack of financial resources and some financial insecurities. What would you tell a person with a new idea that is sure to hit it off, but they do not have that backup? What advice would you give them?
This is a brilliant question, and I tell you why. Because the money thing has always been a barrier for many, and I would say that many Black people, especially Black women. However, as long as you have a mobile phone, like Dr. Kelly said earlier on, and you can download some apps, this is the first thing you need to do. You have a brilliant idea, test it. Find your community online. Go to different, you can go to Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, go to different forums, test your idea. Guys, if I set up a business selling widgets, would you buy the widget? Or what sort of widget would you buy? When I coach when I coach people or young businesses, I say to them, don't create your product first. Find the buyers first. So you go out, you find the buyers. If you have enough buyers say, oh my God, that sounds amazing, I will buy it. Start creating little videos, little TikToks, little Instagrams, and start saying, I am creating XYZ. Then you start growing your following. I want to start a business. Would you fund it? Would you send me $1 to fund it? The reason we don't do that is because we're very much we have this kind of like shame. I think some of us in the Black community are brought up with, your business. You need to what's the word I'm looking for? You need to be very careful airing your dirty laundry. You need to be careful out there. There are times you need to be shameless and you need to say, I'm a penniless student. If I was 20 or young again, I would say, I'm a penniless student. I'm looking for X amount of dollars to start my business. Would you donate $1 each, please? And would you share it with all your network? That's what I would do. So you can actually create a fund yourself to fund the initial startup. Then the second thing I would do is, and I know this sounds a bit contra, it's a bit contra, instead of going to a VC, because your business is not yet at the level of a VC to fund or an angel to fund, because they need to see a certain amount of growth. The second thing I will do is, out of that community, I will create a select community. So for this select community, you get certain things, you get certain products. Now, these products don't have to be related to something you're trying to create. It could be mugs, it could be t-shirts, it could be a pen, anything cheap and cheerful, just to keep them connected. And then you share exclusive content with them. And then another thing you do is you email all your contacts and you say, do you know anyone who might want to fund a business? The reason that works is because there is something about, and as psychologically, this works as well. I learned this from a psychologist. If you ask people to do you a favor, they will respond than if you do them a favor. Because there is something about people thinking, oh, I've done Elizabeth a favor, she owes me, that keeps them tied to you psychologically. So if I was starting out, that is what I would do. I would put away shame and I would say, guys, I need funding for my business, but guess what? Just send me $1. I would send you $10 because I'm curious. I want to see what you do with it. So that's what I would do.
Wow, it's amazing that you mentioned that. Two things came to mind. One, I've had experience recently where I've had so train of thoughts, because I notice a lot of people are very much so ashamed due to what society would think of them to ask for help, especially when it comes to funding. People prefer to suffer in silence. And that was just more of a statement rather than a question. But the question that I want to ask to you, and I'm going to make a statement first before, is when it comes to storytelling, I noticed that there's some people who are bold, and then there's quite a few others who are so afraid, even after, especially anything that they believe is public speaking, as to say. So, for a young entrepreneur who does not want to be in front of the camera or is afraid of going in front of the camera, what solutions would you offer?
Okay, so that's a fantastic question again. And I will take this in two parts. So if you don't want to be in front of a camera, there are other things you can do. So you can have a spokesperson. You can have, because when you partner with people in your business, they don't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be, I always believe it doesn't have to be a 50-50 partnership. There are things they can bring to the table that you cannot bring. So, for example, my archetype, I'm an artist. And usually as an artisan, I prefer to be in the kitchen producing. That is my natural. So my learning to speak publicly, that came over time. And also it came with, I had a job as a headhunter, so I had to pitch. So because I started as a scientist, and as a scientist, I was in the lab. I just want to look at my microorganisms all day. I don't want to talk to anybody. So these are things that can be learned. So you can partner with someone. You can say, you know what? I've noticed you like speaking. I don't like speaking. How about we partner? I'm doing X, Y, Z. So you're building your skills. Because that person, for example, if they want to start a PR company or they want to start a company, that's a perfect partnership. So you can look for someone you can partner with, or you can actually use AI yourself. So there are some, and with a warning though, there are some AI apps where you just speak a sentence and they will create the content for you using your own voice, if you are worried about sounding very roboty or whatever. So you have that option as well. You also have another option where you don't even have to show your face. You can literally just show your products. You have another option where you can use animation. There's another tool where it's all animated. You create an avatar of yourself, you create your own voice, and just use that. But that would only last for a while, because the more successful you get, the more people want to see you. So at some point, you will have to get in front of the camera. But to start with, there are things you can do.
Wow, that really leads into my next question. And definitely what I've noted as a business now, people relate to people rather than just they buy from the person first before they buy the product. And even me as a buyer, I noticed that, like, if I see a face behind a product, it's easier for me to resonate with it. Hence, I think that's why TikTok Shop is doing so well, just to give an example. So as a business owner, especially a young business owner, you would obviously want to dream that your products are going to reach into the hand of the luxury market. So what can a business owner, young business owner, do to earn the trust? Because of course you have to earn the trust of a luxury client in order to be able to maintain a long-term relationship. How can they do so?
Again, that's another brilliant question, because you have to demonstrate that if you want to serve the high net worth, you have to demonstrate your high trust worth. So there are certain things. I developed some sort of a questionnaire to test your high trustworthiness. However, a couple of things you can do. The first thing is to align your product with something that is trustworthy. So what do I mean by that? I've collaborated with some brands like Harrods and Fendi, Oscar de la Renta, etc. And that in some part was deliberate. For some of those collaborations, I did not get paid. For some of them, I got paid, but in kind. So you need to create the opportunity to make sure that your product is aligned with the brands that they recognize and they trust. So that's number one. Another thing you can do to demonstrate your high trustworthiness is to talk about NDAs. So I talk a lot about confidentiality agreement and NDAs. And sometimes if I have a client that's hesitating, I can say to them, I have about 5 different samples of NDAs I can send you if you want to have a look. And they're like, oh, she gets it. Or to some of them, if they send me an NDA, I can say to them, actually, your NDA excluded a couple of clauses because there's some NDAs. I remember reading one, it was 10 pages, and they excluded voice, and they excluded something else. I can't remember. And I said, oh, by the way, I've had my lawyer look at it, and you've excluded XYZ, and I've added that in. So it's about reassurance for a lot of people. And it's also, that's one aspect. There's another aspect about delivering what you said you're going to deliver. So how do you demonstrate that? On your website, you can create a blog post about this client came to me to create XYZ and I delivered XYZ. And I know it sounds simple, but people want to, when they go on your website, your most visited link on your website is actually the about. They want to know who you are. So that about section they would visit that. They would also visit your blog to see the latest things that you're doing. So you can in some way leverage those two things. So about us, we do XYZ. We make sure that you are happy. We make sure that you are blah, blah, blah. If something goes wrong, and that's another thing, you need to address that upfront. If something goes wrong, we take full responsibility because that's reassuring. That's what people want to hear. But if you try to create a perfect, oh, nothing ever goes wrong and we're amazing, but the experience is the opposite, people are they're not going to tell you, but they're going to blast it to everybody they know. So those are some of the ways in which you can reassure people that you are a high, trustworthy person.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, you've had a wealth of experience. Is there anything that you would change on your journey?
Yes, there is plenty I would change because I've made so many mistakes. I would get a mentor earlier, and I would get a number of coaches earlier. So for me, mentoring and coaching, they would have made a massive difference in my business. And that would have accelerated my business by at least 5 to 10 years. So they're the two things I would have changed about my business.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So, how, as a successful entrepreneur and global speaker, what qualities, leader qualities, do you believe are essential for building a luxury business?
Okay, so I say in my book, The Luxpreneur, a luxury business is built on 5 things. One of the things you mentioned earlier on is storytelling. So if you imagine a table, the storytelling runs in the middle. The problem is everyone talks about storytelling, but they don't break it down. They don't tell you what you need to have. So I break it down in my book, the plot, the characters, the setting, and I use a real story to show what those individual elements are. Therefore, you can do the same. So it's a literal paint by numbers. The second thing is perception. Now, you can't say you're a luxury business and your imagery doesn't reflect a luxury business, or your website is giving friction, or your technology is not working. So those are the things you need to check. Perception. It's not just what you say about yourself, it's also what other people say about you as well. So that is a very, very important pillar. Also, price or your business model. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people I work with, they actually underprice because they're like, oh my God, what if I price myself out of the market? Then you are in the wrong market. And I give people an exercise. I say, I don't care what you do. Say you're a global speaker, for example, and I've done this exercise and I've said to myself, okay, what would it take to create £1 million product? So, for example, I used to make wedding cakes. I would say, what kind of a person would buy a wedding cake for £1 million? And that used to blow my mind, because I was like, okay, but it's still eggs, butter, sugar, flour, milk. But then when I really sat down, I thought, okay, what if I included this? What if I included that? What if I brought in this? What if I made it 100 tiers? You just, again, I create this exercise so your mind is free, because I want people to dream. Because if you cannot dream big and dream ridiculous, you cannot be in the luxury market. Because at the end of the day, the handbags, people are waiting 2 years to pay 100 grand for a handbag. That handbag is just made of leather, but it's made by an artisan, if that makes sense. So what in the world justifies paying 100 grand for a handbag? So you need to really think about, if I want to be so that's why I initially, during my presentation, I said, it starts with you, your mindset, or your mind state, as Dr. Kelly said. What is the state of your mind? Are you open to it changing? Because if we as Black people recognize the value and importance of luxury brands to the point where we're spending 30% more than any other demographic on luxury, why can't we recognize creating that luxury brand in us? So what's our state of mind? So I hope that answered the question. I can't remember the question now, but
it certainly does. Thank you so much for sharing that. So you've had the opportunity to be able to interact with some of the global influencers and professionals, etc. What are some of the takeaways that you would have gotten from those interactions?
Number one, confidence. These people, they own their space, they own their area of expertise. And it also tells me that luxury can be whatever you choose for it to be. Yes, in the luxury sector, there are certain rules and there are certain nuances, but luxury can be quiet and stealthy and coded. It can also be loud and vulgar and obnoxious. You can choose your luxury your way. These global influencers, it all starts with the mind. It starts with their thoughts. Because when somebody's a thought leader, they're literally just projecting their thoughts onto a wider industry. And it's up to the industry to say, we agree, we do not agree. And in fact, when people, it's boring when people agree with you all the time. When they don't agree, there's debate, there's discourse, their papers are written, and it goes back to that knowledge bank, right? Because what you're trying to do here with the Black Business Network is create that knowledge bank. You are rewriting the story and the history of Black business around the world, globally. That's what you're trying to do. So, but some people, and sometimes some people say, but do I have the right? A lot of these global leaders that I meet, they never question if they have the right or not. So why should we question whether we have the right or not? If it's to learn, we can always learn. When people, I was doing a talk about old money, new money, and somebody said, oh, the difference is old money have impeccable manners. And I said, yes, because they were taught. Anybody can learn manners. That is just a symptom. It's not the root cause. So for me, one thing I've learned from these global influencers is that you can step into your space, you can do the same, and you can talk about things. And you just need to be a master or mistress of your subject area.
Love that. Definitely. So I have a book club and I am a fan of books. I can't even begin to number the amount of books I've read. So let's get down to your book. Tell us why we should buy this book. Give us some more information on your book, please.
Wow. What can I say? The book is the book I wish I had read when I started my business 20 years ago. It's a roadmap. So if you want to go from point A to point B, so you have the business idea, because it's about building a successful luxury brand. So you have a business idea. How do you go from point A to point Z? It tells you, it breaks everything down in the book. It's practical. I don't use highfalutin language because I used to be a researcher, academic, and I know, and it's backed up with real stories. It's backed up with real live experience. And I love the fact that I don't betray any client confidences, but what I do is I use examples of celebrities. So for example, if I say Beyonce, everyone knows she's hardworking, she's at the top of her game, etc. But what type of luxury client is she? Now, she was the one I found really, really fascinating because on one hand, she is an aesthete. Everything needs to look amazing. That is one luxury. When it comes to work, she's an aesthete. When it comes to her private life, she is very security conscious. She's a comfort first. So everything has to be comfortable and protected around her. So once you get into the mindset of a client like that, you are able to serve them better. Because at the end of the day, the reason we set up our businesses is so we can serve our clients better. So that is the reason why you should not even just walk, you should run and get this book. And like I said, at least so far, I launched the book last week. This week, I've had 4 business schools, a couple in Paris, a couple in the UK, reach out and say, Elizabeth, we need to have you in to give a talk about this. Because the ideas, some are new, some are not that new. But what I've done is break things down into practical bite-sized pieces, and everything I say, you can literally implement and do. I even tell you what luxury associations to join. I tell you how to sneak into top class conferences if you don't have any money. How I did it, how I sneaked into a conference, and what I've done. And I tell you how to collaborate, how to get your brand out there with zero PR money. I give a lot in the book.
Thank you so much. Well, definitely, I'll be grabbing a copy of that book. So in closing, can you just tell the audience how you can help them and how they can reach you?
Okay. Best place to get hold of me is on LinkedIn, because that's my preferred social media app. Connect with me on LinkedIn or follow me on LinkedIn. And then what I do is I help businesses who want to get into the luxury sector. So I mentor, I coach, I offer programs, and I will help you get your brand out there, get your voice out there, get your product out there. I'm very honest. I'm very open. I will let you know because I always say to start in a luxury business, your product doesn't have to be the best, but it's going to be good. So I will let you know if you've got a good enough product. And areas where you can improve, etc., and you get real tangible results, not airy-fairy. Because we put measures in place. At the end of the day, it's about getting money in your till. So you need to get the money into your business. So that is what I help people do. I work on business strategy, I work on business branding, and I work on helping you get your voice out there.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I so want to work with you, and I'm sure that those who are listening in, they would love to do the same. Thank you for being on the Black Business Network.
Thank you so much, Andrea, and thank you to Dr. Kelly for inviting me. I truly, truly appreciate the space and opportunity.
Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Dr. Eric Kelly III, and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize, because everyone's a fan of something and everyone has a fan base.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help